Hi, Elle Ingalls here at Lifting Pressure For You with Elle, ElleIngalls.com. If you're new to my show, this is a short show where I give you just a little bit of a tip, share a particular topic that has to do with up-leveling your health, your performance, whether that's your mental health, your mental performance, or your physical health, your physical performance. Out here on a gorgeous, stunning Michigan day. I know everybody's kind of in the vortex. If it's sunny where you are and no wind, go outside. It's gorgeous. You need nature. You need to unplug and get in. You're on your phone or your computer right now if you're watching me. So take a few steps outside. Let that sun on your face. It's amazing what that will do for you. Today's topic is a lot about various disorders. So ADD, ADHD, PTSD, which in Canada is PTS. It's also anorexia nervosa, bulimia, eating disorders. I really want to share a couple of things that I have learned in 10 years of coaching, and actually years and years of coaching in other avenues where I had people who were suffering for some of those things or experiencing some of those things. And especially in the past few years where I've dug in really deeply with some adults who had ADD, ADHD, have been diagnosed. So this is for you, or if you are someone who loves someone who has been diagnosed and you're trying to navigate and figure out what to do. And I really want to settle in for a moment to think about what the real root cause is for pretty much all of this. The root cause for pretty much any sort of mental anguish, any sort of chronic situation mentally is, and also physically, is that we're triggering the fight or flight stress response. And in doing so, our minds cannot operate correctly. So a lot of times I've worked with adults and children who've been diagnosed ADD, ADHD, and the chief reason is that every morning when they wake up, something causes them to trigger fight or flight. It might just be the feeling of being late. It might be the feeling of overwhelmed that they have too much to do and they don't know how to do it. It might be the fact that they feel like they didn't get enough done the day before, and so they're not ready for a test or they're not ready for school. It can be someone in the house saying, hurry up, we've got to hurry up. That'll cause you to trigger right away. The thing about these subtle little triggers is they become habit. So every morning, pretty much every American, and in other countries of the world as well, because you kind of exported stress, wakes up triggering. They trigger the stress response. And now you go to do your day and you're not cognitively functioning very well. So you could feel like your brain isn't working very well, or you're super fidgety. I'm working with a client right now who that was one of the things that she shared, is that she gets very fidgety. So if you get fidgety, if you are tapping something like clicking a pen or jiggling your knee or moving, a lot of times people say, oh, you just need to go and move. That's not really it. It goes much deeper than that. The real reason is that you triggered fight or flight, and the body is trying to work off that adrenaline. It's trying to move. It wants to move. Humans are designed to move anyway. If I had my perfect school, every 20 minutes we'd be outside. We'd probably do most of school outside. Even on a day like today, you could hold class out here and probably take off your coat, even though it's 10 degrees or something, but the sun is out. It's plenty fine out here. Skiers are in heaven. So what is the root cause? What is causing you to trigger fight or flight? First thing in the morning. If you have a child who's having a lot of difficulty, especially during this year, maybe they're in virtual school and they're just really struggling, watch for the very first part of the morning. We've lost some structure. I'm working with some students right now as clients, and it's hybrid one week, virtual the next week. Now we're going to go in person. Children, people in general need structure, and it's being thrown right out the window. So how can you create some self-structure to make sure that no matter what hits you, whatever that day is going to be like, you're in the zone, you're moving beautifully, you are not triggered. So first thing in the morning when you wake up, that's a really key time. I have people who will share with me that they wake up and they're worried from the moment they first get up. So that's the key time to start to use some pressure-free tools. If it's your mind that's really spinning, then put your hands on your belly and relax your abs. My body coach shared that it took over a year for her to finally soften her belly. A year. It's taken me a long time too to really soften my belly, because everybody tells you to hold your abs in tight. You know, you want to look thin, or your trainer is telling you that. You cannot take a real breath if your abs are tight. And you're signaling to your brain all the time that your abs are tight. You're signaling to your brain to be on the alert, to get ready for the attack, to get ready to go into fight or flight. So if you wake up in the morning and you're definitely in a mode of worry or anxiety or a feeling of dread, put your hands on your belly and relax your abs. Keep doing it day after day after day. Remember, with pressure free, we're breaking habits of reactions that aren't just your own, they're generations old. So it may take a little while for you to really, have these habits start to turn around. I want you to be patient with yourself, which is why I have my coaching programs. You can either work with, do a do-it-yourself program. There's plenty of those right on my website. I always have people start with optimal performance, start there. And the fast track is private coaching, so I can listen to you. I want to hear your story. I want to hear what's going on with you. And I love working with my clients. I do something most coaches don't do, by the way. They can call or text me anytime. I just had a client text me. You can call or text me anytime. I had another client this morning see if I was free to talk to her. I am here for you, because to break the habits, if I can help you right in the moment that you're starting to feel that anxiety, that you're starting to feel the anger, or whatever that emotion is that's taking you out, that's where we can do some brilliant work. So I actually let my clients call or text me anytime. I had one young client, she was 12 when I was working with her. She called me every night before bed pretty much for like 3 weeks straight. And then finally we got her sleeping really well. So I hope this is helpful. Enjoy the blue sky. I mean, it's just incredible out here. It's just gorgeous. And, there would be so much less ADD, ADHD, eating disorders, all of that, if we can get to the real root cause, which really is the triggering of the fight or flight stress response. That is the key. That's going to free your body physically and mentally. So I'm here to help you guys. Feel free to reach out. Just drop a little line in Messenger to me if you want to connect. And you can always book a call at speakwithelle.com. Have a good one. Bye.